Hey everyone, my name's Anissa. Welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be showing you how I got this Frankenstein's monster inspired Halloween makeup look. So first things first, I'm going to block out one eyebrow with just some washable glue and translucent setting powder, and then I'm going in and sketching out where exactly I want my Frankenstein monster skin to be using an eyebrow pencil. Then I'm taking a bolt from the hardware store and some skin tape, and I'm basically just going ahead and taping those bolts down to make them nice and secure. I'm putting part of the tape on my skin and part of the tape on the bolt so that I can firmly hold it in place and it's sticking straight out just like Frankenstein's. Then to add a little bit more security so these things don't go anywhere, I'm going to add some liquid latex. And I just did a couple of layers. You're going to want to wait for it to dry in between layers just so you can build it up a little bit more. And by the way, if you've never used latex before, you're going to want to use a disposable sponge or a brush that you don't care about because it will absolutely ruin it. Then I just went ahead and set that down with some translucent powder. This one I used is also from Ben Nye. Now going in with my water activated paints by Krylon, I'm using a mixture of different greens and I'm painting in where my monster skin is. So I'm using a darker green sort of at the edges and a lighter green towards the inside of these skin openings. I'm creating more dimension with some eyeshadow, and here I'm just using a black shade from the Morphe James Charles palette, and then also from that palette I went in right next to that black with some dark green and then a little bit lighter green. That way I just could create a little bit more dimension in the skin, so it really does look like the skin has opened up or it's torn open, and you can really see those shadows kind of peeking in from the outer edges. Then this shimmery green I thought would be really perfect to kind of make the inside, the innermost part of these openings pop, so that it's sort of glowing a little and electrified on the very inside. Next, I'm going in and priming my eye with the Tarte Shape Tape. And in hindsight, I really would have used a not so light base because the red eyeshadow that I put on top of it ended up turning a little bit pink. So I would go in with a little bit of a darker base if you are going to do the same eye look that I did, just so that doesn't happen. But from also the Morphe James Charles palette, I went in with some red eyeshadow all over the lid and then created sort of a halo eye effect with the black shadow in the palette. And I'm just kind of building this up, and also underneath the eye I did the same colors. For eyeliner, I chose to go with a pretty dramatic wing, but you don't have to. It's really up to you. You could honestly do whatever you want for this eye look on the inside part. I just kind of wanted to go a little bit glam with it, so I went for a pretty intense wing. And I'm just using my NYX liner pen for this. Next, I'm just popping on a lash, and the pair that I used, I believe, are from Flutter Lashes. Now I'm going in with some water activated paint, just some black paint, to define the edges of my skin a little bit more. You could use an eyeliner for this if you want to, or just a brush with some paint like I did. Honestly, whatever you want. The goal is just to make this look as dimensional and realistic as possible. Because, monster green skin is super realistic. And just like that, I have another eyebrow. I did draw it on a little higher than my natural eyebrow because I wanted it to be sort of more glam, and I don't know why, but a higher eyebrow just feels more glam to me. So I'm going ahead and blending some green eyeshadows on the other side to create a cut crease, and also a little bit of black just right there at the bottom of the cut crease. But you could honestly do whatever kind of eye look you want on the, natural human side of your face. Whatever you think suits you. I just wanted to do a cut crease because honestly they're my favorite. I'm just carving that out a little bit with some more of the Tarte Shape Tape. Next, I'm going in with my favorite foundation of the moment, the Too Faced Born This Way. I cannot get enough of this stuff. Ugh, no matter what kind of look I'm creating. Clearly this is not an everyday look, but you know, I still love it. Now I just wanted to go in and make this a little bit more cool toned, so I'm using some MAC pigment and then popping a lash on the other eye. Next, I'm just bronzing up the human side of my face, and I'm using the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I'm also going in with a pretty bright blush because I really wanted that other side of my face to pop. Now I'm going around the edges of my monster skin openings with some brown eyeshadow, and I'm using the same palette that I've been using, the Morphe James Charles palette. And I'm keeping the harsher edges towards where the skin opening is and then blending that outward. But I'm leaving a little bit of a ridge right around where that black paint is from before so that I can highlight that area. And I'm doing that right now with the Stilo white eyeliner pen, but you could also use white water activated paint if you'd like. I find that adding the highlights really kind of make a paint job come to life, and it really just is the cherry on top to making everything look, again, a little bit more realistic. Not that I'm a master at this, but I think the highlighting helps a lot. Now I'm just using the Kylie Jenner liquid lipstick. I believe this is Candy K that I'm using, and I'm doing the human side with that color. You can use any nude, pink, honestly whatever color you want, just as long as it is different than your monster side. To kind of create that division in the middle to separate one side of my lips from the other, I'm using just the same eyeliner pen. Now for my monster side, I'm using the Jeffree Star Red Rum liquid lipstick. And I did overline this side a little bit just to kind of complement that really high eyebrow on this side and make it more different from my human side just as much as possible. I love this color so much, but it came out a little bit brighter than I would have liked, so to make it more muted, just like the eye turned out, I actually went in with some more black eyeshadow to create a gradient effect. You could also use lipstick or body paint for this as well. Now it is time for blood. So I just went with some scab blood right at the base of where that bolt connects to my skin, just to kind of make it look a little bit more, I guess, worn in, like that blood has been there for a little while, dried on if you will. So I went right at the base there over that tape. And as you can see, I'm poking at it and that thing is not going anywhere. I'm pretty proud of that latex and tape situation that I figured out. I actually have to give my girl Jordan Hans some credit for that. When she did her Hellraiser look, I took that little tip from her. So now, as you can see, I went in with some more drippy blood just to finish everything off and make it pull together nicely. I love that it drips over onto my human skin. It's a nice touch. So you guys, that is how you become Frankenstein's monster. If you liked this tutorial, please give it a like, a comment, and please subscribe to my channel for more tutorials. See you next time.